Good morning and welcome to Trip Tips. Well, the blue light demon still needs to be appeased, so let's talk about another important archaeological site. Olympia! Olympia is in the Peloponnese and is famous for its cults to Zeus, including one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, the statue of Zeus, and also for its start of the Olympic Games and the original Olympic Stadium. In the 8th century, the Olympic Games began, but how did the athletes compete? Specifically the runners. So today's tip is, how did the runners compete in the Olympics? Note, I will not be dealing with other athletes like wrestlers because they could get a little bit more dangerous. For example, in the ring, you could actually die. One guy, for example, actually sharpened his nails and ripped this other guy a new one. How he got his nails that sharp is beyond me. I can't even sharpen my nails. And afterwards, the judges were like, oh, I think he cheated. Really? You couldn't see those sharp things before? As for the runners, after a sufficient amount of time training, it comes to the big day every 4 years. First, they pass through a row of statuettes of Zeus. Now, this is supposed to strike fear in your heart to prevent you from cheating. Now, cheating was a serious offense, and for that matter still is, and you would have to pay a gigantic fine. And already, one of the ways of cheating was to pay off the judges. So not only would you have to pay for the judges, you would also have to pay this gigantic fine, so you better be well off. So either way, cheating is wrong. Don't do it. After passing through the statuettes, you get to the changing room, or stripping room, seeing how the games were played in the nude. And for the sake of this, I will not be stripping down. Then afterwards, you douse yourself in olive oil, sweet, sweet olive oil. And no one knows how it helps. And no, it does not block the sun. But they did it anyway, even though it was kind of rare at the time. But anyway, they were ready to head off after that. After passing through the gate, the runners finally get into the stadium full of men. Because, well, nude. And as a side note, gymnasium literally means the naked place. Now, only certain women were allowed to see the games. For example, prostitutes, depending on the time, were allowed to see it because, well, they weren't exactly viewed as other Greek women, and also they had seen enough as it is. And there was the Priestess of Demeter. Now this is because when the stadium expanded onto an altar of Demeter that was already out there. So, in other words, she got a guaranteed viewing no matter what time period. Anyway, they finally got into the starting positions. Meanwhile, it's good to be the judge. You get the only seats in the house. Meanwhile, everyone else is standing or sitting in the grass. Oh, those flowers are beautiful. They'd line up on the, line with the left foot back and the right foot forward, and their toes would curl under the ridges of the line in order to propel them forward. And they would lean against a device created by Archimedes called a hysplex to prevent false starts. Once the string that's holding the runners back is released, they can begin the race. Otherwise you get cheaters like, well, you see here. And the winner of the race won the entire Olympics. So it was kind of like the golden snitch from Harry Potter for all you Harry Potter fans out there. What the victor did, as soon as he won his big victory, the crowds would cheer and he'd do another victory lap and they'd throw red ribbons at him. He'd tie him around himself and all that. And finally, everything was said and done when he paraded himself up to the temple of Zeus and crowned himself. And when all is said and done, and you are crowned in the front of the temple of Zeus with Nike looking on from the side, victory herself, you can officially call yourself an Olympic victor. Thank you for joining me on Tip Tips. Good evening.